Okay, it is time to discuss the week's hottest topics. In the latest edition of Hot Talk, joining me today are New York Giants radio analyst and former NFL player Carl Banks. Say hello to comedian and actress Judy Gold. And the author of the 30-Day Love Detox, Dr. Wendy Walsh. And rounding out our panel, the editor-in-chief of AlwaysAlist.com. Give it up for John Merry. Okay. Alrighty, so this week, professional athlete Jason Collins made history when he wrote an article for Sports Illustrated. He started it off with the line, "I'm a 34-year-old NBA center, I'm black and I'm gay." Well, Jason is the first male professional athlete in a major sport to announce that he's gay while he's also an active player. What are your thoughts? Carl, we're going to go to you first.
Okay, well, it's the worst kept secret in sports. I mean, within the culture of sports, everyone knows, have an idea of who's a gay athlete, but it really doesn't come down to that. They're all respected within the family of sports.
Do you think that his teammates knew that he was gay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, like I said, it's a microcosm of society.
Yeah.
So everyone knows the guys that are probably gay on the team.
When you were playing with the Giants, and you had gay players on the team, what was the locker room fodder? What was the showering fodder? It wasn't.
It wasn't. I mean, when you're at work, everyone's on the same team, and it's a big family.
Yeah.
So it's not like, a guy is in the shower getting aroused around his teammates and things like that. It doesn't happen. And newsflash, I don't know, I'm not a gay man, but I don't think gay men are interested in their teammates if their teammates aren't gay. I mean, it just works that way.
Okay, Judy, do you think that, being that now Jason is a free agent, that he's more signable or less signable?
I think he should be judged as an athlete, and that's it.
Well,
not
he's
as a gay person.
Player.
He's a very good ball handler.
All
right, but...
Too soon, Judy, too soon.
I'm the gay on the panel, so I get to say that. But, no, I think that, I think he is who he is as an athlete, and I think as a person, I really have a lot of respect for him. And for any young athlete who's living somewhere where people don't approve of him or her being gay, this is great for them.
John?
I think his teammates have shown that they really respect him, and that everybody says he's a good worker on the team. He has been traded a lot. There's the game, how many people have played with Jason Collins. But I think if a team does pick him up, that becomes the bigger story, because now that team also joins history, and they become a part of the story.
Dr. Walsh?
This is a win-win for him. This is absolutely a win-win because, first of all, basketball's a business. They want to sell tickets, and ticket holders go where the cameras are and the limelight.
Yeah.
Right now, it's all on him. And if somebody doesn't pick him up, he's going to be even more famous, and they're going to look bad.
Yeah, I mean, there are two signs to them picking. If he doesn't get picked up, it's because they're not picking him up based on his playing talent. Now, I don't follow basketball a lot, but I know a lot of guys who do, and I've asked around. They say, in a nutshell, this guy is not a good player. So if he doesn't get picked up, is it because he's gay, or is it because he's a bad player? I would like to think it's because he's a bad player, not because the NBA is on one. But if he does get picked up, I would like to see him based on he's not a good player. If he only signs for 1 year, that is the year that he'll need to make his point. The team
and Nike will finally use him. They have him.
With Nike, and yet he hasn't
That's
been
where it
used.
all happens. He didn't become gay yesterday.
Right.
He's been a gay NBA player for a long time. So if he can play and a team can use his services, he's 7 foot tall as a backup. If they can use him, they're going to use him. If not, then he's not good enough.
I believe the only shame would be if a less skilled player got drafted or got picked for a team, and he didn't, and he's better than, if someone less skilled than him got picked,
well,
then I think it would be
it'd be interesting to see whether Nike starts to use his image, because he's signed with Nike, but they do not use his picture and his face and his likeness.
And now he's the most prominent face in sports right now. He's getting as much publicity as Kobe, LeBron, Dwayne Wade.
All of them.
So I mean, they need to find a product to pair him with, because it's great publicity.
I want to share with you, Chris Broussard, you know about this quote, but let's analyze it. In talking to some people around the league, there's a lot of Christians in the NBA, and just because they disagree with that lifestyle, they don't want to be called bigot and intolerant. If you're openly living in unrepentant sin, whatever it may be, not just homosexuality, adultery, fornication, premarital sex between heterosexuals, I believe that's walking in open rebellion to God and to Jesus Christ.
I believe that he was hired because of his knowledge of sports not to be a preacher or someone
But there's a First Amendment right.
Of course, he's allowed to do that.
And people are calling for this guy to be fired. John, what do you say?
Look, I'm a devout Christian, make no secrets about it. But I hate when fellow Christians inject the Christianity discussion into conversations where it doesn't need to be. You don't have to force feed Christianity on people. If you don't like who somebody is sleeping with, then you're really not a Christian, because the core of Christianity is that God is love and God loved everybody. So if you love them, stop talking about them and pray for them.
Yeah.
If it's a problem.
What is gay lifestyle? It sounds like a form of decorating or something.
Excuse me, and it's funny that he says that, you know, with this gay story, when adultery, fornication, and premarital sex are the NBA.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Carl?
No, you're 100% correct, and I respect Chris. And I applaud him for having the courage of his convictions.
He's just as brave as Jason.
Right. And for the network for allowing him to say that. But that being said, if he's a Christian, he's worshiping with gay brothers and sisters every Sunday in his church. But you know what?
This is very horrible for children who are sitting and watching an ESPN show, who are gay and feel awful about it, to hear someone saying something like that.
I'll tell you what. This generation of children are more inclusive of their friends than anything. So it's not a big deal to the younger generation right now.
The Buddhists don't do this. The Scientologists don't do this. You never see other faith systems come out and attack people for things like this. It's always the Christians that are trying to force feed. I want my people to stop.
We don't have time to talk about the girlfriend involved, but I think that she needs a nice payoff too, because she gave up 8 years of her life to be with a man who's on the DL.
He's clearly bisexual, and most human beings are bisexual.
Is he bisexual? He said he's a gay man.
He had sex with her for 8 years. That's clearly bisexual.
Or faking the phone.
It's reckless behavior.
I'm sorry. As someone who has been in the closet, and and someone who you don't have no idea the pain, and it's just the most disturbing feeling to be in the closet and trying to be someone that you're not.
Yes.
And unless you've gone through that and you've tried, I mean, I'm sure he tried to live that life.
But
I think he was giving it his all.
I do believe we force people in America to go into one club or the other now because they're both accepted, when actually more Americans are somewhere in the middle.
That's what Clive Davis said on this very show. Clive Davis said
Sexually fluid is what we call it here at Wendy.
I hope they're all responsible.
Keep it where you have it. Up next, we all know that little girls like to play with dolls, but you'll never believe the doll that we found. We'll be right back. We're doing the Hot Talk panel, everybody. Okay, there's this doll. Her name is Judith, the mommy-to-be doll. And it's for girls ages 3 and up. And we found it on a YouTube channel called They Actually Made That. Take a look.
You know, toys are important for teaching lessons. It doesn't matter whether the lesson is right or wrong, but that we're just teaching lessons. So Mommy to Be doll helps us with that. It's a kind of a learning aid where we take her stomach and it pops off, which reveals a spring-loaded baby. A little hard to get out. It's kind of a breech birth. Okay, so it's a boy.
Can you believe they actually made that? Dr. Wendy, what do you say?
I absolutely love it. As a mother who pulled 2 out of my own stomach, I think that's fabulous. I have to say that, feminism liberated masculinity in women. It didn't liberate femininity, and that was a good thing. We needed to have some parity on the economic playing field. But somehow the backlash to squelch everything feminine, like motherhood. You can get arrested for breastfeeding in public. You know that? I mean, it's insane. So I think this is great for little girls to have motherhood as a role model, too.
I like this doll also. I haven't seen anything wrong with it. John?
I hate to be the one that disagrees, but I recently joined a panel a board in Northern Virginia of an organization called Lean on Us Unity.
Okay.
And they work with teenage moms. They give them transitional housing. They help them with financial things. These girls are really struggling. And I think one more thing that trivializes teen pregnancy, a lot of girls, like you could put that doll back in the baby back in the doll's stomach, but in real life you can't do that. And these girls are struggling. They don't have anywhere to go. And I don't think when you glamorize motherhood like that, these kids want to create these dolls in real life.
Motherhood is glamorous.
It's a doll.
For adults who need to take care of themselves.
No,
The ones that have postpartum depression doll and
Look, no, they should,
welfare doll.
They should make it more realistic. She should have stretch marks and ankles that are smaller.
Hemorrhoids.
And then when they pull the baby out, they should have a thing where she's going, no!
Or they don't need to be pulling it out of the stomach. How about they pull it out of the vagina? Because there are options.
Yeah.
You know, when little Kev was younger, and even right now, I tease him about living in my apartment. You know, because kids are fascinated with babies and stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't eat shrimp and broccoli? When you were in my apartment, I'd send it down, and you would love it. I don't see anything wrong with this doll, Carl.
You know what? My daughters are older now, but they all had little dolls that they pushed around in carriages.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that they didn't go the extra step.
Did they ever put a pillow under their dresses and act like they're pregnant?
They all do.
I don't know.
They all
I don't
do
know
that.
if I have a 5, 6, 7-year-old that I want them to know about that phase of it.
Yeah.
They're into the baby
But
doll
it's their
thing.
body. They own it. They
Let
run
me ask
it.
this. Wait. How about this? Would you guys agree to have a condom and a little note said, if you don't want this baby in your stomach, use this?
No, it's so
Oh, you're getting too deep. You know what's interesting?
I'm just asking.
It's interesting how the men don't like the doll.
Right,
but we
right.
girls,
Because
we like
because
it.
that doll leads to shows like Teen Mom on MTV.
Oh, my
listen,
God.
Listen,
Bad
you're supposed
parenting
you're
leads
supposed
to shows like
Exactly.
Teen Mom on
tell
MTV.
you.
But those dolls and bad
I'll
parenting.
tell you how Teen Mom is misleading. Teen pregnancies have been going down, down, down in this country.
I
but
can't tell because every little girl I see is running around with her stomach stuck out and a stroller. I'm sorry.
Where you
You're supposed
been
to
hanging
aspire
out?
for something else. Nene Leakes is aspirational. She went from the pole to becoming a millionaire for reality TV. It's not supposed to be the reverse like that girl on Teen Mom.
The music is cutting us off. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I love spicy talk. Everybody, for more information on our panelists, go to wendyshow.com. Up next from Broadway's Kinky Boots, Harvey Fierstein and Billy Porter are joining us. Thank you.